Have you ever had a moment that completely transformed your relationship with someone? That's what happened to me during the worst blizzard our town had seen in decades. I never expected to see my intimidating boss as a real person with vulnerabilities and dreams of her own. What unfolded in that tiny cabin changed everything between us. If you're enjoying this story, please hit that like button and subscribe for more emotional stories that explore the unexpected connections we make in life's most challenging moments. The wind howled like a wounded animal as I squinted through the windshield, barely able to see 3 feet ahead. Snow pelted the glass with increasing fury. "We need to pull over, Mr. Reynolds," said Catherine Walsh, her voice tight with the same professional control she maintained in the boardroom. Even in a blizzard, my boss maintained her composure. "There's supposed to be a ranger station with some emergency cabins about a mile ahead," I replied, gripping the steering wheel until my knuckles turned white. We'd been returning from a client meeting when the storm hit without warning, transforming the mountain road into a treacherous white void. The rental car's tires slipped dangerously as I navigated the winding path. When we finally spotted the small wooden cabin, relief washed over me. Inside, the space was Spartan: a small fireplace, 1 bed, a table with 2 chairs, and a kitchenette with minimal supplies. "Cell service is completely out," Catherine said, her usual confidence wavering slightly as she pocketed her phone. I busied myself with starting a fire while Catherine inventoried our supplies. The temperature was dropping rapidly, and the cabin's thin walls did little to keep out the biting cold. "The wood's damp," I muttered, struggling with the kindling. "It's going to be a cold night." Hours passed as we sat in uncomfortable silence, the temperature continuing to drop. Catherine had always been distant at work, brilliant but unapproachable. The woman who had fired 3 employees last month without blinking was now wrapped in a thin blanket, trying not to shiver. Around midnight, the temperature became unbearable. I could see my breath forming clouds in the dim light of our emergency lantern. Catherine looked at me, vulnerability replacing her usual steely gaze. "Will you help me get warm?" she asked quietly, her professional facade cracking for the first time since I'd known her. That simple question marked a turning point. We pushed the chairs together, sharing the blankets we'd found and our body heat. As the night grew colder, our conversation grew warmer. "I never wanted to be the ice queen, you know," she confessed, her voice barely audible above the howling wind. "But when you're a woman in charge, people mistake kindness for weakness." I told her about my dreams of starting my own design firm someday, something I'd never shared at work. She spoke of her childhood in a small town, her struggle to be taken seriously in a male-dominated industry. By morning, when rescue finally came, something fundamental had shifted between us. We weren't just boss and employee anymore, we had seen each other's true selves, vulnerabilities and all. Back at work the following week, Catherine called me into her office. I expected a return to our professional distance, an unspoken agreement to forget what had happened. Instead, she smiled, a real smile that reached her eyes. "I've been thinking about your design concepts," she said. "I'd like you to lead our new creative team. Sometimes it takes a storm to clear the air and show us who people really are beneath their carefully constructed facades." That night in the cabin taught me that connection can be found in the most unexpected circumstances, and that even the people who seem most unreachable have depths waiting to be discovered.